Okay, what's up YouTube? I did make this video prior to me making it now, but I think I made it a bit too long, so I'm redoing this video. Is going to be showing my PS4 collection, the games that I have purchased for my PlayStation 4. Okay, so we're going in alphabetical order. So Assassin's Creed Unity is the first game I'm going to be showing you guys, and I'll give a little description of the game when I'm showing it and tell you what I think about it. It's a very fun game. In the Assassin's Creed games, I think it's the let's see, there's Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, 3, 4, and this. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, it's the 7th game. Took me a while to figure that out, but it's the 7th game in the franchise, and it takes place during the French Revolution, which is very cool. Unfortunately, though, it doesn't really utilize the time period enough to me. I mean, it's a very fun game, very different than the other Assassin's Creeds. Like, if you haven't played an Assassin's Creed yet, this is a good way to start because it doesn't give too much away about the story from before. You play this guy, Arno Victor Dorian, and it's just like all the other Assassin's Creeds. There's Templars and Assassins, and the war wages, you know. So yeah, that's my first game. Very fun. There were a lot of bugs, but there've been a lot of updates, so that's good. All right. Battlefield 4, very fun first-person shooter. In my opinion, a lot better than all the Call of Duty games, because I know it's normally between Battlefield and Call of Duty. But yeah, Battlefield 4 is very fun. There's a lot of teamwork in the multiplayer, and there are a few bugs with this game as well, but I mean, it's been improved definitely a lot since launch. So very, very fun game though. If you don't have it, I mean, I suggest you get it, but it's none of my business. Battlefield Hardline. In my opinion, I think Battlefield 4 is a lot better than this one. I feel like this one's a lot more, not a lot like it, but more like Call of Duty when it comes to kill times and how fast it takes to be killed and how fast it takes to kill. It's made by a different company, so I suppose that would be why. This is made by this one, I mean, was made by Visceral. So, and they had made the Mass Effect games and I think Dead Space, I don't know, I think so, but yeah, but very fun. It's still pretty fun, yeah, it's a pretty fun first-person shooter, but in my opinion, 4 is a lot better. The Crew is a racing game, and it takes place all over the U.S. You can go pretty much wherever you want. I never finished the campaign on this game, and I'm probably not going to. I kind of wanted to return it, but it's kind of too late for that, so. But I don't know why. I just don't like racing games, so I only got it because I heard you could go everywhere. But I mean, it depends on what kind of games you like. I'm not into racing games all that much, but yeah, do with that what you will. Next game here is Dying Light. I'm currently playing that right now. It's in my PlayStation. This is probably the best zombie game I've ever played. It's a lot like Dead Island, and the fact that your weapons can break and stuff, and you have all that stamina stuff. If you've played Dead Island, you know what I'm talking about. But your weapons can break. You can craft things using materials you've picked up. It is a very, very fun parkour zombie game. It's like probably like maybe if not one of like if it's not well it's not the best game I've ever played, but it is one of. It is very, very fun. The story is very cool too, the plot. So next game is Far Cry 4. This is also a very fun game. This is up there with my top, I'd say, 20 games. It's a very fun game. There is co-op. Oh, there's also co-op in Dying Light. I have not tried it. I don't know why. I just never got around to it. But, yeah, Far Cry 4 is a very fun game. A lot of people have this game, but if you don't, I mean, you probably should get it. It's, I think it's better than the third one. Not too much better. Like, the third one was still really, really good. Like, this one's like 0.1 better than the third one. But just because the world is so massive and pretty, like, in Far Cry 3 it is as well, but this definitely improves on the environment, I think. Yeah, but there's like skills you can unlock and all that stuff. It's a very fun game. If you don't have it, definitely get it. Grand Theft Auto 5. Pretty much everyone in the world has heard about this game, if it's good or bad. But, I mean, it's a very, very, very fun game. Up in my top 10 games. So fun to play online with your friends and just mess around. The single player is insanely fun. Like the story is great. And there's the three characters, Michael, Franklin, and Trevor. No, wait, no, it's Michael, Franklin, Trevor. Okay, but yeah, very, very fun game. If you don't have it, get it. Like, no matter what, this is a great game. So fun. Can't go wrong with it. It's a great game. Alright, next we have Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. This, like, I wanted it for a while, but I never knew when it was coming out, and then I heard that it was already out. So the day I heard it was out, I just went and got it, because it's a great single-player game. It's based in the Lord of the Rings universe, you know, with Middle-earth and Mordor and all that stuff. But you play as a guy, and something happened, but he did die, but perhaps he did not die, because he is bound to Earth by this guy named Celebrimbor, and he's like a elf spirit. It's very fun. Very, very fun game. It's very brutal, too. Yeah, it definitely deserves the rating of M. It's pretty much all there is in the game is blood and gore and intense violence. The takedowns you do are brutal. Brutal. Very fun. And finally, in this pile, we have Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs is a fun game. You are a hacker, you know. Pretty much everyone's heard about this game, but, you know, you can hack everything as seen here. You can hack people's phones to get their bank accounts, go to ATMs and get their money. It's pretty cool, actually. It's very cool. But, it takes place in, like, a futuristic Chicago. I think it's in the distant future, not too far away, but maybe even the present. I don't know. It never really says, I don't think. But it's a very fun game, especially on multiplayer. It's up to for multiplayer free roam. I mean, it's like up to 8 people, I think. But the world is really big. It's not really, really big, but it's still pretty big for 8 people. So good luck finding each other if you play it. Yeah, but it's still it's a pretty fun game. There's a lot of guns in the game, definitely, but yeah, very fun. Very fun. Okay. So that was it for my disc games. Now I do have Infamous Second Son. Let's see. There it is. Infamous Second Son. I did delete this game because it came with my PS4 whenever I bought my PS4, but I did delete this game because I got 100% completion, got all the trophies and stuff, and it was just kind of like, it was a very, very fun game. Graphics were amazing, but I mean, it was just kind of sitting there, and I never did much with it. It was just taking up storage, so. I do delete a lot of games that I don't play in a long time, and that might be a bad habit, but like DC Universe Online I did delete because it was just taking up storage, but I don't really care about that. And, yeah, but it is still a very fun game. You play as this guy, what's his name? I haven't played it in forever. I don't even remember his name. But, yeah, you get these powers because these guys that you call the conduits, the government calls bioterrorists, I think, yeah. You get into contact with one of them, and he gives you these powers, and pretty much through the whole game you're gaining powers to defeat this woman with these rock abilities. But yeah, it's a very cool game. It's single player only. Yeah, it is. And I also was let's see where it is. Must be down here. There it is. Infamous First Light. Infamous First Light is also a very fun game. It's the DLC. You play as a girl you meet in Infamous Second Son that gives you the power of, like, neon, I think. So, yeah. That's pretty much it, though, guys. So, that's my PS4 collection. It's not a huge collection, but, I mean, there's still pretty fun games in here. That's all that matters, I guess. So, yeah. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.